Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to my Let's Play of Monster Hunter Rise. My name is Nuzcraft, and today we're going to be taking on a key quest here in 5-star. We've made a couple minor changes. You can see that Ash is now running with the Okami layered armor, which is super cute. Louise has the Tsukino layered armor. I'm not sure if we were running that last time we played together, but we've gone through and made sure to get all of those set up. Today we're going to be switching our equipment around just a little bit. Kind of wanted to show off what we have going on. So in our previous previous set of quests, we were running full Sinister with all of the Magnum Alo pieces, but I've switched out the helm with the Roggy helm, which will give us evade extender level 1, which seems really, really powerful with the Gunlance, and then the Nargacuga Greaves, which have a level of evade window on them, which is also very nice. Not super critical, critical eye, not super critical for Gunlance, but they seemed like okay low rank Greaves, considering the only thing that we care about on this Sinister garb is the Hellfire Cloak. And so we have our 3 points of Hellfire Cloak here on the garb, the gauntlets, and the tacet. I have the Sinister Gunlance here, but for today's quest, we're actually going to switch this off to a different weapon. We're going to switch over to the Usurper's Roar 1, which is the Zinogre Gunlance. It's a worse weapon in pretty much all respects. Lower attack, less green sharpness, less element. It's thunder instead of blast. But this is the best thunder weapon that we have. It's better than the Tobi Kadachi Gunlance. It's better than the Kezu Gunlance. And I wanted to run a thunder weapon for today's quest. It is normal type with a shelling level of 2 as opposed to long for the Sinister Gunlance, which means that we're going to have extra shells and we're going to be able to hopefully do a lot of full burst. Lots of full burst. That's what we want to do. And let's grab our item set. I have already eaten some dango, and we're going to pick up our quest, which is
Which quest would you like?
Waltzing by Moonlight, hunting a Mizutsune. Our client is the traditional dance master. Summary: oh, how elegantly the Mizutsune steps, arcing through the air. It must be the fin. If I had one for my own, surely I could dance as it does. I know, hunter, waltz with the wyvern, and I shall seize its fin.
Be careful out there.
Once again, that's a really dumb reason to kill a monster, but we shall oblige.
Light blue bubbles, reflecting the moonlight.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Mizutsune is a really interesting monster. It was introduced in Monster Hunter Generations. It's one of the flagships. And it'll spit out these bubbles, which will do damage to you and inflict a status called Bubble Blight. There are 2 stages of Bubble Blight, if I'm remembering correctly. The first stage is not even really a nuisance, maybe just a buff, and makes it so that you can evade a little bit more, like a little bit faster or a little bit longer. Kind of increases your evade distance in your evade window. The second version of Bubble Blight makes it so that you slip around, and that can be a big nuisance. And so they have supplied us with some cleanser, which is really nice. That will help us get rid of Bubble Blight if we get it on us. Now we're running the Zinogre Gunlance for the thunder damage, just something that I did very specifically. If I had done some higher level rampages, we could put the rampage skill anti-aquatic boost on the Gunlance, which would have given us a smooth 10% buff in damage against Mizutsune, and my understanding is that buff includes shell damage. So instead of our shells doing like 15 or 20 damage or whatever they're doing, we get like a 10% buff, which is, it can be significant. We're gonna pretty much ignore this Nargacuga if we can. Well, should we ignore the Nargacuga? Let's not ignore the Nargacuga.
Take this! I'm taking you
No?
down.
Maybe we will ignore the Nargacuga. We're gonna ignore the Nargacuga. Here is our Mizutsune. And we've already been smacked around.
This is gonna hurt.
And we missed. And we got smacked. Oh, I tried to use my switch skill. Not my switch skill, my Silkbind move to block our damage to that. I don't remember what it's called. The one where we guard and sharpen a little bit. I am really messing up the timings on this Mizutsune. There we go. That didn't quite work. That's okay. And now it's angry. Oh, there we go. Oops, nope, wrong button. Oh, snappers. We broke its head. That's good. Slap.
This isn't good. I'm gonna get you.
We got our Bubble Blight. And we missed our Wormstake. That's okay. We can still do our... I guess we knocked it over again. I don't know what's going on. Boom.
Get ready.
That's not good. We need to heal up.
Be careful.
Get out of the way of that. Go ahead and get a Mega Potion in. Perfect. Looks like our cat put like a mine. On a wall, which is not very helpful. Alright, I think we broke a tail maybe? I don't know if you can break the tail. Alright, so we are having some fun fighting Mizutsune. I kind of want to cut off the tail, if I can. And so, let's see if we can do that. Maybe that's what we're going to focus on.
Don't mind if I do.
As well carve up these Ludroth. I feel like I need some Hydrohides for some reason.
Come on, concentrate.
And I don't need that. Oh hey, Mizutsune material. I don't think we're missing any other Mizutsune stuff. Let's pop up here. No herbs. I don't see any Spirit Birds. See what it does. Nope, he totally missed. That's okay. That was some good.
Here it comes! No more Mr. Nice Guy!
I didn't think we were gonna get hit by that, but we did. A nice flinch. Hey, something blew up. Ouch. Little circle spin. Right, should be able to go for the tail with some nice side swipes. There we go, and that's okay.
There's more where that came from!
Ah, I don't know how we didn't get hit by that. Oh, that worked out remarkably better than expected. So you can break Mizutsune's claws and back. We might have just gotten all of the breaks. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. Yep, we just broke the back, we broke the tail. It's going to limp away, which is going to give us time. And then when it gets to its next area, we should be able to just capture it. And that will be fine. We're getting like smacked around by a Ludroth.
Now's my chance!
Since we don't really need to look for spear birds or do a whole lot of exploration, let's go ahead and jump on the doggy. Oh, I bet it's underneath. In which case we want to go this way. I think. And then this way will take us into the planet core, where we can shock trap, shrink, and that is a captured Mizutsune. Folding inspiration, request completed. I do not know what we did to complete that quest. That was Mizutsune. Really fun fight for a lot of Monster Hunter fans who were looking forward to Rise. Mizutsune was probably the monster they hunted the most in the demo. We got lots of Mizutsune stuff. And so I feel like in the full game, a lot of people didn't quite get the Mizutsune experience that they may have wanted, just because they spent a lot of time fighting Mizutsune in the demo and were getting good at the fight. Like it wasn't as much of a challenge as it could have been kind of once the full game came out. I know that's kind of the experience that I had. Okay, so who wants to talk to us? You want to talk to us? You want to talk to us? Can't thank you enough for helping with my request. Seeing a Mizutsune was just the spark of inspiration I needed. I finished my crane in no time and was planning to surprise you with it until I was told it's too big to have in here. But it would have been a shame to just scrap it, so I've put it up in my house. Apparently, though, Nakago and Master Hamon saw it before I took it down and were struck with a little inspiration of their own. If you want to check it out, why not pay them a visit? Ah, and this is how we get the design for the origami switch axe. We will go take a look at that together. Okay, so now that we've defeated Mizutsune, we can take a look at the Mizutsune armor and weapons. And we can maybe take a look at some other armor that we've unlocked along the way. So Gosarag, I don't remember if we looked at Gosarag armor after we did that event quest where we hunted Gosarag. But we can see here that the Gosarag armor looks really, really good. And from a skills perspective, Agitator is a really fun skill. It gives you a buff when monsters are angry. Critical Draw is a fun skill for like Greatsword and a couple other weapons that will draw their sword out of it, or draw their weapon and get some extra damage. Punishing Draw, I think, puts some KO damage when you draw your weapon. And so this really is kind of like a Greatsword set. But it looks like you can use individual pieces. Specifically, the Agitator pieces can be used if you just wanted to run Agitator. And so that's fun. And we will do like a full Gosarag kind of solo hunt instead of just the event quest. It's kind of like a little bonus. Here we've got Mizutsune armor, which looks really cool. I like the Mizutsune armor. I think a lot of people don't really like it for whatever reason, but I think it's themed really well for the monster, and it's just a fun look. The skills are unfortunately not the best. Water attack, bubbly dance, and free mill. I guess if you're running a water weapon and you want some water attack in low rank, that might be kind of fun. Bubbly dance is an interesting skill where at level 1 it will reduce the effect of Bubble Blight, which we got like once during that Mizutsune hunt, and you can only get it from Mizutsune. Level 2 will reduce Major Bubble Blight to Minor Bubble Blight, and it'll increase your evasiveness while you're afflicted. And so that's only kind of useful when you're fighting Mizutsune, but level 3 will actually give you Bubble Blight while you're evading, and that will give you extra evasiveness. And so it can be a really interesting skill to run, but you can only really run it at level 3. So like this set in general is just not useful unless you're actually fighting Mizutsune, and if you're actually fighting Mizutsune, you don't want water attack because Mizutsune is not weak to water. I feel like there were some other sets in here that we hadn't looked at, but I guess the answer is no. We looked at all the sets. Cool. If we look at weapons, there better be, and there is, a Mizutsune Gunlance. It looks really cool. Very thematic. It looks kind of like a lantern, maybe, at the tip. 120 attack, 15 water, 10% affinity, long shelling type. Seems actually very similar to this Zenogre one that we're running right now, where it has the same attack, kind of maybe a little bit less element, which is what you trade for the affinity, and maybe the long shell type. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else here in the tree that we haven't taken a look at. Yeah, I think we've seen all of this. We haven't seen the Sleepy Shell Gun. I haven't pulled it out yet. We need a couple more Dream Shells. And now that we have some Bubble Foam, we could actually craft it. If we take a look at switch axes, Mizutsune does have a switch axe, which looks really nice. I kind of like that. I wonder what it looks like when it's extended into sword mode. Bet you it looks pretty sleek. And then we did get access to the origami. Here we go, the origami axe, which looks like a little origami crane thing. And it's got dragon file as a file type, which is kind of interesting. I don't think there's anything else particularly special for us to take a look at here in the Switch X tree. I know that we haven't been using a Switch X lately. I've been trying to learn Gunlance. As you could tell by that fight, I still have a lot to learn, but I'm having a good time with it, and I think that's all that matters. I found that kind of keeping my weapon out and trying to use blast dash or my evade distance to get me closer to the monster has been really helpful, because it lets me do more of those counter moves or evades or blocks to stay within range of the monster and keep doing damage, and that is important. So I think with that, we're gonna call it a day. Next time we meet, we will likely be fighting a new monster here in the 5-star. Maybe it'll be Gasarag. Maybe it'll be something different. Not 100% sure on that, but it should be a fun time. And so until then, have a good hunt.